Hello, we are discussing about GATE 1995 ECE paper, and this question is related to digital circuits. A hypothetical CPU has a parallel address bus, parallel data bus, and a read bar and a write bar signal. Two read-only memories of size 4K words each, and two random access memories of sizes 16K and 8K words are to be connected to the CPU, and the memories are to be so connected that they fill the address space of the CPU as per the memory map shown. Look at the diagram and assume that one the chip select signals are active low. Then first one, what is the number of lines in the address bus of CPU? And B, determine the values for address X, Y, Z and W as decimal numbers. C, using 224 decoder and some additional logic gates, draw a circuit for the decoding logic. These are the things we are going to calculate. And remember that one, this is a 5-mark question, came in GATE 1995. Okay, so if you observe this one, if you observe the memory mapping of both RAMs and both RAMs and both ROMs, by that time 4K ROM is going to be starting from location 0 and ending at X, and X is the final address of the 4K ROM and 0 is the initial address, whereas X plus 1, that is nothing but after that one, immediate location after X is nothing but X plus 1, that is the starting address for the 16K RAM, and the ending of 16K RAM is nothing but Y, and after Y the next immediate location is nothing but Y plus 1, that is starting address of 4K ROM and ending address of that one is nothing but Z, and after that one immediate next location is Z plus 1, which is starting address of 8K RAM and the ending address is W. That is nothing but these four memories are going to be connected in cascade, connected in contiguous memory locations, so that the memory of total memory, we can say that one initial value is going to be 0K, initial value is going to be 0K, that is nothing but 0, all zeros, initial value is all zeros, and here it is 8K plus 16K total, because all are going to be connected, okay, side by side. That is nothing but simply you are adding the total memory. So 4K plus 16K is nothing but 20K, okay, plus one more 4K, 24K plus 8K, 24 plus 8 is nothing but 32K. So total memory is nothing but 0 kilovolts to 0 to 32 kilovolts. Out of that one, first one is nothing but it is divided as 4K read only memory, and next second is nothing but 16K random access memory, next one is 4K read only memory, last one is 8K random access memory. So total is nothing but 32K. So 32K implies nothing but, okay, 32K, 32K is nothing but 32 into, okay, K is nothing but 1024. So you can write it as 32 into 2 power 10, which implies nothing but 2 power 5 into 2 power 10. So total is 2 power 15. 32K implies nothing but. So the CPU should have the number of lines in the address bus of CPU, number of lines in the address bus, in the address bus are going to be 15. They are going to be specified as A14 to A0 are going to be address bus. So the number of address lines present in the CPU to access these memory locations are nothing but it requires 15 address lines. 15 address lines are going to be specified as highest bit. MSB is nothing but A14 and LSB is nothing but A0. This is the first one. This is A bit. Now we are going to specify the values for the X, Y, Z and W as decimal numbers. Okay. So this is, now we are going with, this is the memory map given, and 4K RAM is going to be starting from 0000, and so that first I will write the hexadecimal numbers and later I will go for the decimal numbers. So this is B bit, hexadecimal equivalent we will write, okay. Hexadecimal equivalent is nothing but each nibble consisting of 4 bits. So here we are writing this one as, okay, so in this way we are writing So this is, we are writing it as initial value is 000h. Okay, and after adding, the ending location is nothing but 4 kilo RAM. 4 kilo RAM implies nothing but this is going to be treated as 0FFF. This is what? Hexadecimal, that is ending location, starting location. I am writing this is starting location of 4k RAM, it is ending location of 4k RAM. Okay, and afterwards this is 16k RAM. 16k RAM starting location is nothing but you have to add 1 for this one, so that it will become 1000 is the starting location, and ending location is nothing but, okay, ending location is 4FFF is going to be the ending location. And next, the ending starting location for this one is nothing but 5000, that is 1. If you add, you will get 500, and 4k implies nothing but it requires 12 address lines, that is nothing but 12 ones, which is FFF. So that this is 5FFF. So this is ending address of 4k RAM, and 8k RAM is nothing but adding 1 to this 5FFF, that will become 600 is the starting location, and you have to add 1FFF. So by that time the ending address will become 7FFF. So this is what the address range, okay, of each and every memory with starting and ending addresses specified. Now we have to specify this one in decimal. So now we are going with decimal. Decimal equivalent. Decimal equivalent is nothing but for x. Okay, for x we can go in this way. For x, the memory location, instead of x we will go with 4k RAM. 4k RAM decimal is nothing but starting address is 0000 to decimal value of 0FFF, that implies nothing but it is 4096, 4095. Total is 4096 locations, and the highest location is 4095 starting from 0. So this is the decimal address range. Decimal address range. And 16k RAM. 16k RAM, RAM, is going to be starting from 1 plus 4095 is nothing but 4096 2. If you add 4k to plus 16k, that is nothing but 20k. 20k value is nothing but 20,479. 20,479 is going to the final location. Okay, and this 4k RAM, if you are going with, this is 4k ROM, which is going to be starting from 20k. It is starting from 20k, and that implies nothing but 20,480 towards, and 24k it has to be. 24k is nothing but it can be written as 24,577. And this is 8k RAM whose decimal address range can be specified as 1 add to this one, so that it will become 24,578 towards 32,760, 32,000, 32,763 it will become. So this is the highest location. So these are the decimal address range for each memory, read only as well as random access. Okay, now we have to, this is part B. This is part B. For this one, now what we are going to do is nothing but we are going to get a decoding logic for this one, and decoding logic using 1224 decoder. Okay, so now we will see how to do this one. So for that one we require this decimal address range, so we will copy this one. So this is the decimal address range. So now it is given as 8k. This is last one is nothing but for 8k, 8k, and this is 4k. So all the things So wait for a while, I remove this one. Now just I am making this one, all will be at one place, so that space can be effectively utilized. Okay, so this is 16K ROM and this is 4K RAM, this is 4K RAM and this is 8K RAM, 8K RAM. So these are the decimal address range. Just now we have seen this is decimal address range. Okay, now how we are going to write this one? So if you observe this one, okay, if you observe, for all the things it is 4K, 16K, 5K, 8K. K implies nothing but minimum 10 lines, and always it is going to be greater than 4 in this way. So here only we are interested in A14, okay, A15, A13, A12, and all others are going to be A11 to A10, A0. So this is nothing but 12 address lines. This is 12 address lines that I am writing in the hexa form, hexadecimal form. Okay, and this one I am writing in the binary form. Okay, so because this is the common portion per all memories, so that I am writing that common portion as hexadecimal, and the remaining is nothing but that differentiates between the different memories. So those are nothing but A15, A14, A13, A12. Even though A15 is not there, we will write A15 over here, but we don't use while the decoding circuit. While drawing the decoding circuit, we will neglect that A15. So next, this is for 4K RAM. Okay, for 4K RAM, the starting address location can be written in this way. For 4K RAM, okay, so for 4K, which implies nothing but for X, okay, 4K RAM. So first of all, we are going with 4K ROM RAM. For that one, the starting location is nothing but 0000, and afterwards it is nothing but it is again 0000. But these zeros are in hexadecimal form, these zeros are in binary form. Remember that one. And ending location is nothing but it is 0000 and it is FFFF. Okay, and next 16K RAM. 16K RAM starting location of this one is nothing but 0001 0001, and starting location is nothing but 000 only, sorry. Okay, here we have only 12 bits is nothing but only three things you will get, only three things only you will get. Okay, next 000, and ending location is nothing but here it is 0100 and it is FFF, you will get like this, and this is for 16K. And next, if you are going for it for the 4K RAM, again it is going to be treated as 0101 0101 000 you will get, and ending location is 0101 FFF, like this you will get. And next, 8K RAM, 8K RAM is nothing but the starting location is nothing but 0110, and here it is 000 you will get, and afterwards ending location is nothing but 111 FFF, like this you will get. Okay, so these are going to be the starting and ending address locations. Simply this is 0 to 0 FFF, and second is nothing but 10000 to 4 FFF. That is already we have specified this one in the hexadecimal range. We require hexadecimal representation, that is bitwise representation, to write the decoding logic. That's why again we are going for the same thing. Okay, so already this memory specification previous slide we have seen in the hexadecimal range. Now from this one, this A0 to A11 is going to be a common portion, and to differentiate each different memory, we should look at the A14, A13 and A12, because A15 is not there. we require only A0 to A15 15 address lines, so we don't go for the A15. That implies nothing but simply you can neglect these zeros. You can neglect these zeros at the MSB position. So you can neglect these zeros. You can neglect these zeros because we require to access 32 kilo memory. We require only 14 address lines. Sorry, 15 address lines, so that A0 to A14 are sufficient. So we are neglecting this one. Okay. And next, if you are going to say 4K RAM can be accessed whenever A14, A13, A12 is equal to 000. So 4K RAM is going to be selected. 4K RAM is selected when A14, okay, A14, A13, A12. If it is A14, A13 like this, at that time when this will be selected, if you are going to be looking at that time it is 000 is going to be 4K RAM is selected. And next, here you are going for the 16K RAM, 16K RAM, that is going to be selected when it is, the values for this one is nothing but 001 and 010 and 011 and 100. For all these values 164K is going to be selected. Okay. And next, 4K is going to be again selected. 4K RAM is going to be selected when the values of A14, A13, A12 are going to be at 101. And again 8K is going to be selected. 8K RAM is going to be selected when the values are going to be 110 and 111. So this is going to be based on these things, a particular memory is going to be selected. If you want to select 4K RAM, at that time you must apply A14, A13, A12 as 000. And if you want to select 4K RAM another one, at that time 101 has to be given for A14, A13, A12. So this is what decoding logic. By giving certain address locations for A13, A14, A13, A12, you can access a specific memory location. Okay. So based on this one we can draw the decoding logic. So the decoding logic for this one we can say in this way. So this is decoding logic for that one. Let us assume we are going with 4K RAM first. 4K RAM we are going with. 4K RAM implies nothing but it will be connected with, okay, A0 to A11, A0 to A11 address lines, and it requires a active low chip select signal, that is nothing but CS bar, and it is read only memory, so that it will be having only one signal, which is nothing but read bar, that is coming from the microprocessor cannot write anything into the read only memory, so that there is no write bar signal. And this chip select signal is going to be selected whenever A14, A13, A12 are going to be 000, and we are going to use a 224 decoder. It has given that one. You must use a 224 decoder, so that you are going to be writing the decoding logic. Okay, using a 224 decoder. So the 224 decoder what I am going with is nothing but this is 224 decoder. A 224 decoder we are going in this way. This is 224 decoder. Okay, 224 decoder, and assume that one the outputs of decoder are going to be active low signals. Okay, otherwise you can go for the active high signals, and that will be given to NOR gates. You can go in that way. Okay, so these are going to be the outputs of decoder. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, and you are connecting the two inputs, which are nothing but one is nothing but A14, the other is nothing but A13. Depending on the values of A14 and A13, this is A14 and it is A13. Okay, depending on the values of A14 and A13, if you give 0 0, this 0th line is selected and all others are going to be disabled. If you give 1 1, third line is selected and all other 3 lines are going to be disabled. So this is at logic 1. By that time you must give it to one inverter such that you are going to be selecting this one. So this is what 4K ROM is going to be selected whenever A13 is equal to 0, A14 is equal to 0, and you must give A12 also you must consider. So by that time we are going in this way. So instead of that one, while considering this one, we will go in this way. There will be a NAND gate you are going with, and NAND gate output is going to be connected, and this one is going to be given with A12 bar. Okay, A12 bar is nothing but that is 0, and A12 is 0, A12 bar is nothing but 1. So now NAND gate is having both ones. Whenever NAND gate has both ones, it will be the output is 0. That 0 is going to be given to CS bar, so that 4K ROM is going to be selected. Okay, next the second option is nothing but 64K ROM is going to be selected. 64 ROM is going to be selected for these four possible combination. Any one of this one is going to be present, the ROM is going to be, the read and random access memory has to be selected. So add these things. At that time you can write it as 001 combination or 010 If you go with only 01 is going to be sufficient. If you add those two things, this A12 is going to be get eliminated if you add these two things, and the other combination is nothing but 100. So these are going to be the combinations, and these two bits are going to be these two are going to be representing the A14 A13. So 00 combination is nothing but, okay, whenever A13 A14 are 00, by that time A12 must be 1. A12 must be 1 is nothing but we are saying in this way. For this one we are going with a NAND gate. Okay, for that one A12 we are connecting, and here it is the same 0 is going to be connected over here. So whenever A13 A14 are 00 and A12 is going to be connected, so A12 is directly 1. So whenever this is selected, 1 into 1, that will become 0. Okay, and next one is nothing but whenever it is 0 1, irrespective of A12 value, the chip has to be selected. So that irrespective of that one, A12 has to be selected. A12 has to be selected. And next, whenever A14 A13 10, by that time A12 bar has to be connected. So this is what A14 A13 bar. So by that time it has to be selected along with A12 bar, so that A12 bar should be given. Okay, so by that time this will be 1, and you don't put this bubble over here, so that what happens, you can put a bubble for the NOR gate. Okay, so this is what only AND gate, so at least one of this combination is going to be 1. At that time you must able to generate a logic 0 such that the chip is going to be selected. So we are going with a NOR gate over here that should connect it to the chip select signal of 16K RAM, like this. This is 16K RAM, 16K RAM, and this requires, at least again it is going to be, it requires 16K, implies nothing but it requires A0 to A13 address lines it requires, and it is random access memory, so that you will have read bar as well as write bar. Okay, it will be having read bar as well as write bar, and this is what chip select signal. So this you can say it as chip select signal. And next 4K RAM, another 4K RAM is going to be selected. This 4K RAM is going to be, I am writing 4K RAM is there. This 4K RAM ROM implies nothing but it is read only memory. It requires address lines from A0 to 11, and it will have only one command from the microprocessor, that is read only, and it will have a chip select CS bar. Okay, this will be selected whenever A14 101, for 101 combination is nothing but 101 combination. The meaning of 101 combination is A14 must be 1, A13 must be 0, by that time A12 should be 1. So A14 1, A13 0, that implies nothing but second line. So second line is going to be connected over here for a AND get and make it as NAND, so that you will get a active low signal, and this has to be equal to A12. Okay, A12. So otherwise you can get a from this one also you can get, from this point also you will give a logic line for this one. Okay, and next, sorry, you cannot give that one, you can only give this one, because that is related to the 0 0, so only this one. So this is what the it is specifying it. This 4K is going to be selected, this 4K is going to be selected whenever this combination A14 is equal to 1, A13 is equal to 0, and A12 is equal to 1. And similarly the last one is nothing but 8K RAM, 8K random access memory, 8K random access memory, 8K RAM. 8K RAM is going to be requires, okay, 13 address lines, so that the address line from A0 to A12, and it requires commands as read bar as well as write bar, since it is random access memory or read write memory. And it will have a chip select signal CS bar, that CS bar is going to be selected whenever this is A13 A14 is equal to 1. So if you add these two things, at that time, irrespective of A12 value, whether A12 is equal to 0 or A12 is equal to 1, this chip has to be selected. That implies nothing but A13 A14. So simply connect this third one, okay, through an inverter. Through an inverter you can connect. That implies nothing but this will be selected as 1, that will be make with the help of this one it will be 0, that 0 is going to be connected to CS bar. This is what the memory decoding logic diagram for the given memory map. Okay, thank you.